what you do.
Is ready. My today's presentation's on John Locke, and just start out with a little bit of bio from him. He was born in 1632 and died in 1704 in England. He spent most of his life in England, I think all of his life in England. He went to the University of Oxford, still around today. He was an English physician and philosopher. I think something's cool about him. He was accredited with, his writings, people say, helped form the Western philosophy today, basically, so I think that's pretty cool. His human nature, his theory on it. This is one of his more famous quotes. Man is by nature a social animal. Anyone care trying to define that?
Just how we interact with each other, I guess.
Okay.
Just like everything else in nature.
Yeah, saying that no matter what environment we are in, we're still going to be a little bit sociable. We're still going to interact with others, no matter really what environment. Even if it's a very small interaction, you still interact. Locke believes human nature is based on the person's experiences. That's kind of put it up here. Just like Jonah's the other day. I related to this. If you have a negative experience as a childhood, you have a negative childhood, your experiences growing up, your personality is going to be a little bit different than someone who has a positive childhood, who loved their childhood. So it's going to be different in that way. Just kind of shapes different people. If that makes sense. Another idea of human nature, he focuses on idealist, dualist, and materialist. Does anyone know what that means? Any guesses on what that means?
Idealist is kind of like a person that revolves their life around like ideals and kind of thinks with their brain. And dualist, I guess, is like working with other people, kind of shaping their ideals that way. And then materialist, kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, exactly. There's different kind of people out in the world, so I think that's what he was really trying to say out there. Overall, not popular opinion today, but overall back then, Locke believed humans were peaceful and happy and seek beneficial relationships. I know that's not the popular opinion today. We'll go to state of nature now. Another quote. He has a lot of quotes. I found that. Men living according to reason without a common superior on earth to judge between them is properly the state of nature. Does anyone want to try to define that? I'll define it. He says our society, he really likes a free society. I think that makes sense. If anyone know what I'm saying when I say free society. Not really control, limited government into the people, where you are interacting with yourself. If there's conflict, you can solve it within yourself. Not going to the cops, not having an outside force have their voice in the opinion, stuff like that. Just like I was saying, meaning if everyone lives law-abiding lives, there's no proper authority to settle their disputes. If everyone follows their state of nature, there shouldn't be a higher powered judge that's able to settle their disputes by just hearing them, if that makes sense. State of nature is distinct from political society where people of war do not abide the law and give it to them. That's saying like the opposite of the bullet in front of it. If you're someone who is captured and, well, not even captured, if you just do not want to abide the laws, like a lot of people in society don't, then that's where the laws come in. If you're not doing your state of nature, which you should be doing, that's where you need laws. Any questions on that page? I don't think I explained that the best.
So what are you saying with the third bullet? Like, it's kind of confusing here.
Okay, let me say it better. He said everyone has a state of nature that you should follow,
Okay.
You should all follow your own thing. Natural laws. You know what I mean? Not handwritten laws given to you.
Right.
If someone breaks their natural laws, and that will cause someone else, that will infer with someone else's natural laws. No one's just going to break a law and only affect themselves, if that makes sense. And that's why we need laws, he's saying. That's where laws would come in. That's where you'd be able to have your dispute and conflict.
So just like about the people of war, like it says thou shalt not kill, but when we go to war we have like a different
Yes,
meaning of the whole thing.
yes.
So are you saying we don't need laws if everyone's looking out for each other, kind of like
If everyone's doing, yes,
common good, but if someone violates the common good factor, then that's when laws come in. That's what you're saying.
exactly. He basically said that, hit the head on the nail. Nail on the head. Wrong way. Natural laws. We're on the third page now. Just by one of his things, I thought this was cool too. Locke is a founder of liberal political philosophy, which is more of our philosophy today. The law of nature can also be considered the law of reason. It's pretty self-explanatory. Natural law is what people should act like in society, not acting crazy, not being reckless, not acting a fool. Makes sense. Locke also saw that civil laws are not in harmony with natural laws. As we said in the last page, laws that are written are different than laws that are scripted in your brain and your heart, which you know you shouldn't do, are different than laws that are written, and that kind of messes with the natural meshing of the world, he says. Any questions on anything we said? I don't know. Any questions? No? Questions? Alright, that's my presentation.